Hello YouTube. I don't know if you clicked on this video because you have seen the Snooks video, or if you're new to all this and you're just seeing like an interesting video to click. I don't know. I assume most of you guys will be from looking up Snooks or from after seeing Snooks video. Uh, I wanted to make this video kind of as a reaction video, but also as you know, to talk about people copying what Snooks did or what happened with Snooks. If you don't know, he made a video. I'll try to drop it in.
So, I am a 35-year-old loser. And there's no getting around that fact. I spent all of my 20s and half of my 30s so far doing almost nothing productive.
I'm not good at editing, so I'm going to try to drop it in. I do not have his permission, so I hope he's okay with me throwing in a little clip or at least his thumbnail. I've seen people with his thumbnail on their thumbnail, so I assume it's okay. Again, I don't know. This is by no means trying to paint him in a bad light or anything like that. I seen his video, and then I seen him mention something about somebody made a video like him, and he didn't know if it was parodying it or not, or just, But since the original video, I've seen tons of people make videos just like his. I mean, some people literally copied his title word for word and just changed the age or whatever. Some people just did stuff basically around that. Now, I would like to add those thumbnails, but if you just typed up how I became a 35-year-old loser or how I woke up a 35-year-old loser, you'll see what I'm talking about. And there's similar videos from years ago, but his video is about from a month ago, and it blew up to about 500,000 views, which is considered viral on YouTube and most platforms, I think. And now there's copycats. I mean, people saw that it worked, and so they tried it. And a lot of them didn't really work. They haven't worked like his did. They haven't popped like his did, but it has. Some of them have gotten out there, so it definitely helped some of their channels. I gotta admit, I've thought about it. I thought about it. I feel like a loser sometimes. I don't think I'm a loser. I don't think I'm the greatest person. I don't think I made the best choices, but I am somebody who thinks everything happens for a reason. And I believe I'm at this point because I'm supposed to be. And I believe he was at that point because he was supposed to be. And I'm not in control of this world. I don't know. I can't make it make sense. I mean, I can't explain the logic behind it. It's just how I feel. Certain things have worked out in my life where it feels like that's how it was supposed to go. Good or bad, for good or bad. I've learned lessons, and I have a family as well. I have a family. They love me. I have a job. I don't have any extra money. I get help from the government. I really don't have too much material wealth or, things. I don't have a nice car. I don't have, all this stuff. So I've thought about it, but I don't feel like a loser, for one, because, I am grateful I have a family. I'm grateful I have a roof over my head, and I try to think about that stuff all the time. Now, I think Snooks, he's a little more cynical about things. He's in a different situation, as far as I understand. He doesn't have a family, and I'm not saying you need to have a family and all this shit to be happy. I'm just saying it's different, and he's almost sarcastic about it. He's almost like I almost thought it was a stick, like something he was playing a role, a character. Perhaps he is. I don't know him. He seems like a decent person. I've been in his lives. I've commented a bunch to him. He's shouted me out. He's told me to shut up. You know, I have listened to him throughout the day, and I've told him have copied him, and I've also said I was going to make a video about the people copying him. The reason why I want to make a video about people copying him is because I believe, one, just because it works for somebody doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You're a different person. You're a different approach. So that's another reason why I didn't make a video like that. Because just because it worked for him didn't mean it was going to work for me. And, you know, I also don't think... I think he was meant to make that video. I think whoever put him right there in that spot, in that moment, to make that video, so it was given to him by the universe, whoever you want to look, whatever you want to say. But it wasn't given to me. It wasn't given to anybody else. And so it didn't feel right all around. And thirdly, what I was saying along the lines of it doesn't belong to you and timing and everything, I feel like he is in a good position to now grow his life because people want to see him grow. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to tell people my life like sucks because I don't believe that and all this stuff. And yeah, I'm not in the best position. I'm in some shitty positions. And I'm trying my best to get out of it, just like everybody else. And I believe most people are in the same boat as me or him. So I don't know. I just didn't want to. I don't fault him for that. I don't blame him. I don't look down at him for that. I hope he gets whatever he want, like his life figured out, however that looks like for him, because it's not for me. It's not for all these people that are now viewing him. But you got to think, when it comes to that, all these people that liked your video now want to see you better your life, quote unquote. However that looks like. He has now quit smoking cigarettes, and that's overall a good thing. But was it his choice, or did he feel like he had to do that? I don't know. I would love to ask him. I should have asked him in his chat. I would love to have a conversation with him. But because we seem like we could relate on a lot of stuff. If you watch some of my videos, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Because I felt down on myself. But I don't know. I don't think he wants people to pity him. I don't think he wants people to pity him. But people are automatically going to pity him. And people are automatically going to judge him. And if he doesn't take the steps that they think he should take, then they're not going to watch. And they're not going to support him. And so I just hope he's not thinking like he has to now pander and do all these things that are quote unquote healthy or the right thing to do, because, you know, who's to say what's right for somebody else's life? What's right for somebody's life might not be right for somebody else. Like, somebody might want to have money and materialistic stuff, and somebody else might just want to hitchhike and live off the land, and both could be happy. So I just hope whatever he does is happy. I mean, he's happy, but the traffic is annoying, and it's distracting, but it's funny as well, because whatever, it is. But yeah, that's another reason why, because I wouldn't want to do that video and make that video, because I would feel like I had to do that, because I don't have enough willpower or whatever it is to just make my own choices. It's hard enough without making a video like that and then having all those thoughts in my head. It's like if I had made that video, I don't know what I would do. I would automatically feel like I had to do certain things, or I was going to lose everything. And so that's a tough situation to be in. I hope he just does whatever makes him happy, and I hope he's a different person than and I hope he's able to do it. And I would like to say now, after thinking about all this stuff and past few weeks and realizing, and actually years of doing this YouTube channel and realizing, well, you got to do what you got to do it, and you got to have fun with it, and you don't got to stress about it. Like, it's been a learning curve. So I don't know how he feels, but I just hope that, like I said, he doesn't feel that way. I hope he does whatever he wants to do, and I hope nothing but the best for him. But it's just a tough situation to be in now, with all those people expecting you to become better, quote unquote, like their version of it. And perhaps he could just rise above all that. I hope so. But I would much rather start from somewhere else. And like I said, I think the universe, whatever, gave him that. It fits him. Doesn't fit anybody else. Wouldn't fit me. Perhaps I'll get my random video that goes viral. Perhaps I won't. Maybe it's in the books. Maybe it's not. I don't know. That's the way I'm starting to think. That's the way I don't. If something happens, it's meant to happen. And I just wanted to make this video because I see all these people copying him, thinking that it's just going to automatically work for them. And I don't know if they think about this type of stuff. It's just, but this is the way I think. And I just don't think it's going to work out for them. They got to find their own path, just like me. Everybody's situation's different. They could get caught up in thinking they got to play that little game that I just laid out. And then are they really winning? Snooks mentioned in his video that he is not planning for this to be a career. He said he should have started earlier, and then maybe he would have put the time and effort. He should have put the time and effort to making it a career, but he doesn't. He said even if it works out for 5 years, it could just stop, and he's dead right. He's exactly right. He seems to be a smart guy, and like I said, he's right, because it could work out great, and then you just fall off, and that's another thing. It's like, I guess me being my age, I can't risk putting and having a family and everything. I can't risk putting all into it. If I was younger, I would put all into it, and I should have put all into it. I grew up watching stuff like Jackass, and I wanted to, but my friends weren't down, and I let my friends, other people, convince me not to do it. So I should have just chased my dreams. I should have just did it, and I regret that. But also, I feel like it just didn't happen for me because it wasn't supposed to happen. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but I also gotta search inside myself and think, is that what I really want to happen? I would much rather just have a good amount of subscribers that like me for who I am, and if they feel gracious enough to throw some shekels my way, then that would be awesome. But I don't plan to put everything into this. I plan to try to be creative with YouTube. I haven't in the past time. It's been 3 years, I think, 2 or 3 years since I've been on YouTube, and I kind of just did what I thought people would like, and I feel like part of him did that. He partly did that video because he knew people would eat it up, and he even said something along those lines. And I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to be stuck in that situation where you feel like you gotta pander, you feel like you gotta, this will work. I wouldn't want to make videos for that reason. I just want to make videos because I want to do them, and that's where I'm at now. I'm not staking everything on this. I'd be lying if I said it wouldn't be nice if it blew up, but it would also come with a lot of stress and a lot of responsibilities and all this stuff that I don't know how I would have handled if it would have just happened right away. Now that I've thought all this through, if something like that happened, I would be better equipped to deal with it, but still, I'd still be having a dang hard time. I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'd probably be getting ripped off by managers here and there. And not to mention, I'm 32 years old. So it's much, I feel like at any time you could take off, but it's much more a younger person's game at the moment than it was, you know, when it first started. So I don't know. I guess the point of the story is that you got to take your own path, and you can't force magic. You can't force something to happen like that, because I believe what happened with that video was magic, and it was meant for Snooks and nobody else. I wish and hope him the best in his life. I hope he doesn't take this the wrong way. If he does watch this, I hope that nobody takes this the wrong way. But, you know, I hope he doesn't feel the way I describe. I hope he could just be himself. And he's a little more, like straightforward. Like, there's a couple times where he told people to fuck off and shit. Like, you know, he's braver than he probably realizes. And so he's probably going to be just fine. And I think everybody, including me, should worry about my damn self. Now, I'm still going to hit up this chat and mess with him because it's funny. It's funny, like, you know, giving him something to talk about. And I feel like we're similar in a lot of ways. So I think it was meant to happen. But again, I got to find my own path. Everybody has to find their own path. You got to find your own path. You can't just copy what works. And I feel like that's what we're seeing right now. A lot of people copying what works. And it's a shame. Don't just follow the crowd. You know, stand out. I don't know. Anyways, that's all. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch me on the next one of these. Thanks for watching.